Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick update to what's happening over in the Middle East. I also wanted to say thank you to everyone who subscribed today. Not that I was looking for that at all, I did not expect such a turnout. Um, I originally made my channel about a month ago because I was following the whole Nibiru phenomenon, and I'm still going to be making videos about that, so just letting you know if you guys are not interested in that, you just don't watch them. But I think it's all tied together. I believe wholeheartedly in the Nibiru system that's coming around imminently, and the timing is just too coincidental for me between the economies of the world crashing, World War III kicking off, and the whole Nibiru thing. If you do your homework on it, you will see that things are not as they seem. All you got to do is look up in the sky, man, and you'll see. So you won't see it, but you'll see the hiding of it with the chemtrails. You'll see the sun rising in the west, the second sun, I should say, and just a whole bunch of different anomalies and what have you come through the webcams in Mexico, ISS feeds, all that good stuff. So, in any case, what's happening in Turkey was shelling the Kurds for the fourth day, of course. So, the proxy war that's going on right now is just going to matter of time before it turns hot and it turns into a full-fledged theater war. So, the Syrian government troops mixed with the Russian and Kurds and Iranian Hezbollah have made their way north towards Aleppo, trying to push back the Islamic State, which is what they're doing. So, and they're disrupting the supply lines that Turkey's feeding through to ISIS. Russia came out today accusing the Turks of sending reinforcements and a whole bunch of weapon and ammunitions to ISIS in Aleppo. So, as you can see, they don't want to give that up. And the more that the Syrian troops and Russian troops push forward, I mean, they're like, it says in this article, they're about 15 miles now off of Turkey's frontier. And, the closer they get, the closer we get to full-out war. So, definitely not looking good. Like I said before, Turkey's a part of NATO, which you guys know, but they seem like they're a rogue state right now, but I don't know if they're stupid enough to fully invade Syria without the U.S. coalition, without the U.S. backing them. And the U.S. won't be able to do anything unless Turkey is fired upon or invaded, or there's some sort of false flag that goes off on the side of Turkey, where then they can say, hey, Russia bombed us or the Syrians bombed us or something, and then that gives NATO justification to join the fight. And then it just sort of just spirals from there. And you guys, I'm sure, know about the whole Saudi Arabia Northern Thunder exercise that started today. It's going through March 10th, so we have to be on the lookout from now until March 10th. Something might kick off, or something may kick off on or after March 10th. So, just to reiterate, they've got 20 countries from Gulf Arab states, including Bahrain, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Jordan, Sudan, Maldives, Pakistan. So Pakistan is one that stood out to me and some other people I talked to. A lot of people don't know this, but Pakistan is actually a nuclear powered country. They've got nukes, and then Russia's got nukes, and of course we do in Israel. So that's just one more superpower, nuclear power that's thrown into the mix, which could, prove to be quite devastating. And then we were also talking about, my friends and I, how the exercises, the Northern Thunder exercises, are taking place at the King Khalid military city, which is a huge, Air Force base and city where they do exercises and what have you. It's just south of Iraq, but it's quite a ways from Syria. I looked it up, and say from Aleppo to this air base here in Saudi Arabia, where they have the whole 350,000 troops and a buttload of hardware, it's about 1,100 miles. So if the Saudis were planning a ground invasion, it would take them a hell of a long time to transfer all their equipment over there. They've got an Air Force base there, like I said. They would have to either fly their battalions in groups over to one of their western Air Force bases, which is over here next to Jordan, or they would have to actually fly into Jordan and unload there, and then they would basically take the northern pass up to Syria and invade that way. My guess is, and some other people and I, some of my friends sort of brought this up. Iran is over here, and they're a lot closer to Iran. So if war goes hot, someone's going to need to take control of Iran so they don't unleash their entire army and come over to Syria. So I'm just speculating here. I'm spitballing. Maybe you guys can comment, tell me what you think. But they could easily just come up through Kuwait or through Iraq and then over into Iran and invade. And with that big of a force, with all those tanks and troops, they could. It would be, you know, it would make more sense to me to do that rather than to transfer all their equipment over to Syria. But you know, it could go either way. They could be doing both. But like I said, we've got Pakistan over here on the border of Iran. They're a nuclear power. So you know, if you look at the videos from General Wesley Clark that came out, you know, he admitted that, you know, the powers that be that came to him and told him that the whole goal was to invade, you know, Egypt and then into Syria, and then the ultimate goal being Iran. So Iran is definitely on the agenda for sure. And then you've got China to worry about after that, which is, you know, that's that's a whole nother ball game altogether. But speaking of China, this came out on good old Fox News, who I do not follow. They're just the controlled opposition. I hope you guys know that too. But they sent their surface-to-air missiles to the contested island in a provocative move. They said so. You know, the U.S. has got their Patriot missiles stationed in South Korea now, aimed at China, not at North Korea. Well, both, but in my opinion, they're aimed at China. China is going to be involved in this war. It's going to be you know, fought on all fronts. It's just a matter of who fights where, pretty much. So, so yeah, that's pretty much what's going on right now. We're just gonna have to sit back and wait and see. But like I said, the humanitarian aid trucks are starting to roll in. So that's the only good news I can tell you. So the civilians in Syria are at least getting some food and supplies and medicine and whatever else they need. But the ceasefire that's supposed to take place at the end of the week is not looking like it's going to happen, and I kind of knew that. I'm sure you guys did too. That was just stalling and just trying to make everybody feel warm and cozy inside. That war wasn't going to break out, but this war has been planned for decades, and it's all about timing. You look at the economies of the world crashing, you look at the weather effects happening. I mean, just now in California, we had, you know, 3.2, 4.8, 2.5, a whole swarm of earthquakes in California. So they're getting ready for a whole bunch of stuff. It's going to be geological effects, weather effects. Volcanoes are popping off like crazy. Wars breaking out. Economies are crashing. Nibiru is about to pass us by, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinions. So, like I said, if you haven't done your research on the Nibiru system, I highly recommend it, and I'll be putting out some videos here later on about it. So, so that's pretty much all I got. Once again, I thank you guys for subscribing. I'll try to keep the videos coming, and take care. And you know, like I said, get prepared. It's time. It's that time. Don't wait anymore. You know, better safe than sorry. If you end up with having 6 months or a year supply of food, you know, at least you can put it to use later on. So, all right, guys. Till next time. Have a good night.